Your Space Coast vacation is preparing for liftoff. Start counting down now. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's time for a beach vacay that feels like heaven. 6, 5, 4. Come explore Melbourne and the beaches. 3, 2, 1. It's time for some rocket-filled fun. Count down to your best beach vacation ever on Florida's Space Coast. Launch your planning now at visitspacecoast.com. That's visitspacecoast.com.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to a J360 MiniByte hosted by J.M. Brady, and I am your host, J.M. Brady. So how's it going, y'all? Yeah, I know it's a little late, and I've been kind of quiet about the MiniBytes production these last couple of weeks. Believe it or not, there was an episode 59 last week, but oh man, I'm wondering how many of y'all actually got the message out, because I've been trying to use a new way of getting all this stuff out of here, and so far things have been a little bit hit and miss on that. But hey, that's what these tests are for, you know? And that big, and that big overhaul I've been doing is still going pretty strong. And you'll be seeing a lot more significance of it as we get closer to the J360 anniversary, which is November 16th. Yep. One way or another, I'm going all out this time. I'm not really holding back at all. Virus or no virus, we're going to have a good time from here. If you haven't had it already. Oh, which, by the way, J360 Jam 6 went along very well. I didn't expect that, man. That was actually pretty cool. Not only that, like, it wasn't even just 16 episodes. I think 16 episodes is the minimum now. Isn't it, though? Because, I mean, like, the first episode of that series was actually 8 episodes, and that used to be the minimum. Then 16 was the standard. But then all of a sudden, that mega mix came along around about the 5th episode, and those old rules are just out the window right now. Not to mention, I met a lot of cool synthwave artists as I keep making this. And somebody also asked me, like, when am I expanding the genres? And like I said, you know, as experimental as the Jam show is, I'm open to all genres. It should depend on, like, you know, what do you got to bring? I mean, submit anything. Like, I always say, like, the cutoff day is usually the maintenance Monday of that week. Like, you have until next Monday to submit anything or call my attention to something. You know what I'm saying? You guys can email me, j360productions@outlook.com, or you can utilize the hotline number and leave a voicemail. That's 240-903-1634. Now, also, I've been killing it at work lately, man. Yeah, trying to go ahead and get those extra ducats, you know what I mean? Trying to make some big moves for next year and whatnot. And I've just been going all out. It doesn't feel bad. Like, I don't have a problem working. It's just sometimes, you know, dealing with tedious things and working around lazy people and some people out there that think that they're bosses and they're not. And then I have to put them in their place every so often. I mean, one way or another, I'm pretty much doing like, dang, what am I not doing, right? And but some way or another, I say this all the time, especially when I told off my would-be bosses and stuff like that. I say this, I'm like, you know, yeah, this might be a mutiny, but I don't even want the ship, because I already know it's falling apart. I don't really care at this point. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, somebody has to be the adult. And you know it's saying something when J-Man has to be the adult at work. You know what I'm... It's just wild and at best, I just always look around and I'm like, no wonder this place is falling apart. I mean, what's going to happen when I move on? Well, it ain't my responsibility, that's for sure. And hopefully, as things keep going and I keep working out the funding mechanics out here, I probably will never have to see that place ever again. And truth be told, I won't. If anything, I'll probably just do it for fun. Be like, yeah, you know, because, you know, like later on, you guys be like, Jay, why the hell are you working retail when you run J360 Productions? That's like this. For fun. A little extra cash here and there. And I don't really care. Just to see the drama. Sometimes it's not just the money is the reason why I'm there. It's sometimes to look at the effery, too. Like to see all this stuff fall apart. And it just keeps me just looking at that and be like, yeah. Y'all have no idea what you're doing. In addition to running and writing articles and being a freelance writer, too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of which, Yeah, you know how like a few years ago we found water on Mars and we try to think that we can colonize Mars after a while, and you never heard any research about us actually drinking that water, right? Well, guess what? Here comes the sequel. There might be life on Venus because of the discovery of prosphine. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or phosphorine. Or, I'm working on it. But, there's a chance that this is a bio type of gas, over there. And if there's one thing about Venus, one, we don't really pay too much attention to it unless there's something significant going on. And there used to be a lot of storms and high in sulfuric acid. Not to mention that the atmosphere is twice as dense as Earth. But at the same time, it's called Earth's twin because it matches us. Among other things, I mean, there was only, one thing that's observing it right now. And that's, this spaceship from Japan called Atsuki. That's what I remember. But I also realized, what's going on over there is what with this biomatter gas just forming and appearing over there. A lot of people are trying to say now that there may be life on Mars. A lot of people are like, hey, yeah, aliens. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, God. Are you guys going to go over there and exploit them now? Are you guys going to go ahead and try to make this as bigger than what it is, like anything else? Along with that Area 52 raids? Is that what y'all want to do? Or is it Area 51? One has the real stuff, and the other one has, everybody going to it. But, of course, you realize we can't handle information like this, right? Because we'll go too far with it. And I always say this, I remember somebody mentioning it. Jay, if there was an opportunity for us to go away from Earth, would you take it? No, not at all. Because you know why? One, I don't want to see us mess up a whole nother planet. And two, things are really jacked up around here, and I pretty much could just live my days as a bounty hunter around here and just do what I gotta do. In addition to being a regular old wild man, because we're really going for that Mad Max universe. Yeah, I'm totally content with just dealing with stupid stuff here. You know what I mean? Not only that, but you gotta realize, how you can escape the atmosphere, but a lot of ships have a hard time re-entering the atmosphere. And could you imagine dealing with something that's twice as dense as your own atmosphere, and you're just trying to fight your way to get in there? Of course, there's no way back at this point. So, it's one of them kind of things. Do you combust, or do you just land on the area, and then you go out there, and you realize you can't breathe without the mask on, or one way or another, your breathing and oxygen is just gone? It's a lot to it. But like I said, I'm not going to say space exploration isn't a beautiful thing to look at. I mean, I'm all for it, you know what I'm saying? For the longest time, people thought we could just live on Titan, which is one of Saturn's moons. But you got to realize it takes us a while to get out there. Not to mention we have to get through, Mars isn't exactly close. We got to get all the way through Mars, and then we got to get through that asteroid belt to get over there to the outer planets. So it's just one of them kind of things. And we got to get past Jupiter, and God help you if you get sucked into Jupiter's gravitational pull. But it's just one of them kind of things to look into. I'm not saying that it's impossible. But I'm just saying that, more or less, let's just get a little bit more research in for that. And why would you ignore Venus in the first place? You should look at all the inner planets. Well, actually, no, let's think about all the inner planets for a minute. There's Mercury, which is too damn hot. And then there's Venus, of course, which we're talking about now. And then there's what we currently have. And we haven't done right by Earth, let's be honest. That's why she's beating the hell out of us right now. And then Mars. So, yeah, we did look at them all. Huh. Yeah, think about it. Of course, they say there's more planets than we realize out there. And whatever happened to Planet X, now I think about it? And the story with Pluto. Is Pluto really a planet now? Or, it always has been? Or is it still the whole thing about, how much, mass it has, even though it has a moon? I remember that crap. Everyone's like, Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's using blah, 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 blah. I was like this. Who took the whole billionaire trip to find out? But, hey, more or less, it's just, there's people out here that define things, and then there's people out here that don't. Also, there was this whole thing, the Milky Way galaxy, which we're a part of, and the Andromeda galaxy is supposedly about to combine into one galaxy soon. Nobody's talking about that right now either, but I heard it's supposed to mesh well, and then we're supposed to have that good mix and see how that goes. Well, there's a lot about space that we have yet to really uncover. So hopefully we just keep on looking. But once again, appreciate what you have so that you don't become desperate to look into other areas to be like, gee, how can I exploit this right now? Get my meaning? Yeah, it's just one of them kind of things. Oh, also, football's back. Yes, I'm really happy about football being here, man. The only thing I'm not happy about is that we lost our opener. And you know what? We blew a 17-point lead. Now, honestly, I've seen more of the Eagles going in that blue tent than I've seen Redskins personnel. And I'm like, hey, this is the start, right? This is the sign of what's to come. I hope not. I mean, I know some people from special teams have been brought up, but I just see, like, once again, we playing a little too rough, I guess, or are we just getting hurt here and there? Because that seems to be the thing. Like, we get plagued by injuries a lot on our roster. And then not to mention, what's happening with old Carson Wentz. I mean, a lot of people really hate Carson Wentz. I remember when he was the wonderkin. I remember when he first came, everybody was excited. Everybody was happy and proud. I mean, hell, I was one of them. And the thing is that, he kept getting hurt. Like, there was no line to protect him like anything. And then there's the part where, his play style has regressed significantly. And is he currently injured or not? Because I remember they were saying that he had, like, a lower body issue. And I'm just like, he's not the running quarterback right now. Either he has to change his play style, or we might have to go ahead and activate Jalen Hurts. Nate Sutfield doesn't count, man. No. Matter of fact, somebody else has been, is it Garcia that's still there as an emergency reserve quarterback too? He's back again? No. Damn Howie Roseman. I mean, come on, man. Like, I know some of you Eagles fans out there are with me on this. None of us like Howie Roseman. Hell, we didn't even give him his due when he was up there to give a speech. None of us like him. Well, as we look at what happened on this past Sunday, yeah, we choked. I mean, dare I say it, but we made Washington look good. And that's the same squad from last year. And I just had an argument not too long ago with one of my relatives about this because they were trying to talk about their opinion. And then, I'm talking about what actually happened. And then that's just, to me, I just think people, once again, there's people that are really passionate about something, but they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And it's just like, yeah, football's back. I'm hoping that when we take on the Rams next week that we manage to fix a few things, but yeah, it remains to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Our defense was all right though. wasn't too bad, but there's something there. It's like it's missing. You get my drift? And you see, I'm trying to be humble about this and trying not to really be as crazy Eagles fan like I usually was on the Cyclone. Oh, for those of you that asked me about the Cyclone, yes, that is coming back. It's not coming back this year, though. Yeah, because I don't know how the season's going to go. And right now, it's not even because of win-lose for the Eagles. That's still my team regardless. But it's because I don't know whether COVID will strike again and, shut down a few things. Like some franchises won't get a chance to play, et cetera, et cetera. It's one of them kind of things that I really got to pay attention to. But what I can do, for those of you out there, is make references to it, like throughout each and every other single J360 show. You know what I mean? Because I haven't turned my back on it. It's just one of those kind of things I can do for you all. And I can be as unbiased with it as possible, even though some of those teams out there, much like Dallas, makes me want to gack. But I was happy as hell because, the Giants and the Cowboys didn't win jack on their week one either. So, and we're making Washington look good. Ugh. Ew. Ew, even. Ugh. I don't like that. But you know how it goes. So, it's one of them kind of things. But I'm glad, we're finally getting sports again. And hopefully, we'll get one killer season. But I also think that this might be one of them seasons where the low-performing teams might actually have their time to shine again. But right now, some of you Redskins fans out there, while it's interesting that you won, and yes, I said it. I said Redskins. All right? I'm half Native American. I'm allowed to say it. The truth is... But the thing is this, right? Oh God, I had a good one for him, but you know what? I'm not even gonna say it right now. I'm gonna save that for the J-Man show. You know what I'm saying? It's funny as hell because I still have a lot of shade to throw, and I know my older brother's out there, and he's a big time Redskins fan. And I'm like, yeah, enjoy that win because that's gonna be the last one you gonna get. But hey, other than that though, I got to get up off of here. There is a Power Play episode going to happen in an hour, so I will see you all then. Okay, this is J-Man signing off. Peace.
Your Space Coast vacation is preparing for liftoff. Start counting down now. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's time for a beach vacay that feels like heaven. 6, 5, 4. Come explore Melbourne and the beaches. 3, 2, 1. It's time for some rocket-filled fun. Countdown to your best beach vacation ever on Florida's Space Coast. Launch your planning now at visitspacecoast.com. That's visitspacecoast.com.